Hey guys, it's Crypto Marie. She does it all, a little bit of everything. I am going to do a story about how many stay-at-home mom in one video and how many stay-at-home dad in a separate video. What is the advantage and the disadvantage from both sex? So we're gonna discuss it. I'm gonna give you my opinion at the end. And if you have any comment, any concern, any feedback, let me know how you feel about the whole thing. So right now we're gonna talk about how many stay-at-home mom in the USA and why at the end I feel a certain way about that, okay? Nearly a quarter of American mothers now identify as stay-at-home parents, a sharp rise from the 15% in 2022, according to a large survey of U.S. women conducted by Motherly, an advocacy group. That's what it says. So let me go a little bit deeper to see why. And my thing is, how long are you planning to stay at home? How long are you planning to stay at home? Is whatever your partner currently bringing is enough to handle the bills? This is my thing, so no, it's this one. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, it says the 2023 statistic, 24% means that 9% of mothers have given up their jobs over the past year. The survey asked respondents for a primary reason in initiating this change in their job status. If they had made such a change, the most common motivation shared by 24% of survey mothers wanting to stay home with children. That's fine. They reason they just want to stay home with the children. I thought in some cases it would save them some money. They will spend time with the kids to see how they're growing, to provide, to help the kids with homework, take them to dance, football, or to sports practice. But 24% of them saying they just wanted to stay home with the kids. I don't think that's enough reason, but let's continue to see what the story telling us. The survey's finding also suggests that increased flexibility at work and more affordable childcare, that's what I was thinking, childcare option would help women move back into the workplace. Almost half of all the mothers surveyed, 45%, said that if they wished to work in the future, affordable childcare would be necessary. And almost two-thirds, 62%, said that they would need work flexibility in order to return. Okay, U.S. Workplace just don't work for mothers. As the answers suggested, many of the over 9,000 women who answered Motherly's survey want to spend time at home with children. That doesn't necessarily mean they don't also want a job outside the home. The reasons people choose full-time parenting over other structures are complex, taking into account money, available childcare, specific children's needs, and what kind of work are available. Okay, let's go to the next paragraph. The U.S. has historically been a culture that makes few allowances for the needs of parents, and working mothers in particular. Parental leave is not mandate. Work hours tend to be long, and the state doesn't provide free or subsidized countrywide childcare as exists in many other countries. Unpaid domestic work tends to fall disproportionately on women. In the survey, 67% of respondents said They pay at least $1,000 a month on childcare, and almost a third pay over $2,000 a month, enough to make a large dent in most salaries. A fifth said they were dissatisfied with the childcare they did have, and of those, almost 70% said the cost was too high. Women are significantly less satisfied at work too, according to data released last week by the Conference Board, a business research organization, and a global report on women at work released by Deloitte found that in the US, standout reason for that was lack of flexibility. That dissatisfaction is also an evidence in Motherly's parent-specific study answering the question which best describes your mentality around combining a career and motherhood under current circumstances. A quarter of all the women surveyed said they were frustrated. I want both, but need a new arrangement at work to make that realistic. Okay. When it comes to the women that answer the questions from the survey, if you say you pay $8,000 in childcare a month and you decide to stay home instead of going to work outside the home, good for you. But at the same time, if your partner don't make enough money, how can we pay for the bills? I'm sure if it's a set of husband and wife, husband, however the situation may be, you both gonna have to have a car. You're both gonna have to have some kind of insurance coverage. You need to eat. The kids need to eat. Oh God, the rent, the mortgage, light bill, water bill, garbage bill, Comcast, you name it. There was all type of bills that you have to pay. Now, my thing is, if the kids are small, and I'm not judging anybody, if the kids are small and you are not satisfied with the childcare services that you are receiving from either a daycare or preschool, good for you. You can make that kind of transition to go stay at home mom. But do you have a plan to get out of stay-at-home mom? Because I have seen a lot of women use the situation. The kids are no longer in daycare. They are in preschool. I'm talking about they drop the child at school around 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. And if they want, they can pick the child up around 5:30 p.m. is the latest hour to pick them up. Somehow those women don't find a job, don't look for a job. They stay home. With all the respect, they don't clean the house. They don't cook for the man that go bust his behind up to bring the check home to take care of the house. They watch soap opera. They watch telenovelas. And when the man come home, he can't even find a hot plate of food. But somehow you're trying to save money. Really, you're trying to save money and not handling business. That just don't make sense to me. I am glad you can make that transition, but in my situation, I could not afford to do it because I was a single mom, and I'm still a single mom. And thank you, God, my kids are getting older now. The youngest is 14, so yeah, I'm almost out of the red light. Okay, somehow I'm happy they're getting older, but I'm also sad they're getting so old. It's like, damn, like I saw this kid was crawling on the floor about like yesterday, and now they're growing. They have hair in their faces. Like, oh, damn it. They're growing too fast, but I'm happy. Okay, good. So in my situation, I did the stay-at-home mom for, let's say, a minute because it wasn't so long. And financially, it was hard. Yes, at the time, my partner was okay with it. but his sisters was not okay with it. And at the time, when his sisters spoke to him about the situation, say, oh, so you go to school, you go to work, she stays home, take care of the kids, that's not right, everything on you, da 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 da. So I said to myself, that's not their business, they need to mind their business. But at the end of the day, now looking at it, I'm like, damn, I'm so happy he came home and telling me what the sister said about me staying at home, because he was a fool. At the end of the day, I would have found out later on, years later on, that he was a fool. He was not in it to stay. So imagine if I only was surviving on whatever he was bringing home and I end up being a single mom. I would have suffered, Things would not work out the way it work out for me now. So at the end of the day, even though you have a husband that has great financial stability, you need to be able to make some type of income, whether it's small, medium, because things happen in life. And I can say shit happened. There was car accidents, sudden death, sickness. What are you going to do? And you stay home, the kids no longer in need of you to take care of them. Why don't you go back out there to find a job? I was watching this judge. Oh my God, I took her name down, but I can't remember it right now. It was a white lady, with all due respect. She lives with her mom. And the reason she's living with her mom now is because she did not get along with the husband. I think they divorced or they're no longer together, but they have a child. But she went to court and the judge asking her, what do you do for a living? She said, nothing. As if like, oh, you expect me to do something? I'm not doing anything and I'm not planning to do anything. So she was saying, the judge said, okay, do you think if you were to find a job, things would have been better for you? Combined with what your ex-husband giving you monthly? She said, oh, no, I live with my mom. I don't pay rent. My mom owned the place. So why do I have to work? And I'm like, what a loser, with all the respect. I don't know. I don't even have to say with all the respect. She's a total loser. Because mom is alive now. She's providing you with a place to stay. But how comfortable can you be living in your mom's house, being 30-something to 40 years old, with a child, don't have a job, and just because you don't have to pay rent, you don't feel like you have to go to work to provide for yourself? Come on, it just don't make no sense. So to go back to my story, I'm happy that I didn't have to stay at home mom for a long time, because by me listening to what my ex-partner was saying, say his sister was complaining about me stay at home, I had to go find a job. For the past 20-something years, I've been able to provide for my kids, work hard, overtime, do whatever I had to do to take care of my kids. So whether I had a partner or not, I'm good to go. I've been done it, I'm doing it, and I'm good. Like, I can't handle business in a situation. If I were to have a partner, something happened to him, I would be able to handle business. But I have seen some female, with all due respect, stay at home, not doing much, not planning to do much. The kids are no longer daycare age. They go to regular school and they still say they stay at home mom. What are you doing stay at home? And you don't even take care of the house. What are you doing? And some guys, I think they like it, because the wife or the girlfriend, baby mama, don't have to be at work to be around other guys so they can control what's going on. At the end of the day, you have to think about yourself. You have to think about, just in case something happened to the man, to the person who's providing for you, what are you going to do? How are you going to survive? So stay at home mom should have a limit. It should have okay, I'm going to take 2 years or 1 year off work and take care of the kids while they get a little bit older, and planning to go back to work. Things happen. If you get a divorce, it's so many things that can happen. Why are you going to be a stay-at-home mom forever? I mean, with all the respect, if your husband, your significant other, is an NBA player, a football player making millions of dollars a year, or an actor, actress, they have the money or they have some good inheritance, Good for them. Live your life free and happy. Stay at home. But if you are just a middle class person, you're barely making it, I think you need to have a plan on how you're going to get out. It's just ridiculous. It's selfish that the man is working so hard and you expect him to handle business, take care of business when the man is so tired, so exhausted. You can't be that selfish. Again, this is my part of the game. I'm glad I was not a stay-at-home mom for a long time because I would have suffered right now. Subscribe and let me know how you feel. I'm going to do a second part on stay-at-home dad. How can that affect the man perspective in life? And how that can bring his self-esteem down. Subscribe. Bye.